Welcome to my summary of learning for EC&I 831 fall semester of 2014. This is Danielle Degelman, and I hope you enjoyed the following Scrabble boards that show what I learned in this class. Scrabble Board 1. I created a WordPress blog to post my ideas and reflections, as well as comment on classmates and others' posts as they relate to this class. This is the blog I created for EC&I 831. I decided to name it Teaching and Learning Beyond Four Walls, as a large part of this class is to make our learning visible and contribute to the learning of others. Scrabble Board 2. Rick Schweer taught us about the true value of educational technology and reminded our class that digital connectivity is all about passion and social exchanges of wisdom. It is not all about the data. It is the human relationships we develop online that are of true importance, as summarized by TED Talk presenter David Brooks. And finally, Rick brought us back many good memories of what we would consider old technologies, such as the floppy disk. Scrabble Board 3. From Dave Cormier's presentation, I learned all about rhizomatic learning and the multiple learning paths students can take when they are given the opportunity to drive their own learning, explore their creativity, and embrace uncertainty. In his well-known TED Talk, Dr. Ken Robinson explains that creative thinking can increase student engagement and success. Rhizomatic learning acknowledges student diversity as it allows them to make choices in their learning experiences. This reminds me of all the learning paths I could have chosen while walking along the bike paths and streets, shooting nature photography, and always striving to do my very best. Scrabble Board 4. Sue Waters, support manager of EduBlogs, taught our class how we can slowly introduce our students to blogging. We learned that blogging can give students the power and freedom to express their own ideas, allowing them to develop a voice as well as develop an online identity. In response to Sue Waters' presentation, I created a Wordle map to show other benefits that blogging brings to students, such as engagement, interactions and comments, instant feedback, personalization of learning, choice, and so much more. Scrabble Board 5. Michael Wacker got our class involved in using Google Apps to create our own online profiles on a single page. We added profile pictures and other additional information we wanted to share. We also collaborated with our classmates while brainstorming and asking questions about these apps. Here's the profile page we created as a class, as well as an example of an online collaborative document that any of us can edit at any time. Also, how about using Google Plus to share resources with classmates? I know most of us found this a very helpful social media tool to use, as it allowed us to share resources, links, photos, videos, and more. I thought that Google Plus really helped us feel like we were members of a learning team. Scrabble Board 6. Sylvia Martinez gave us a session all about maker culture, giving students the opportunity to participate in maker projects that promote inquiry and innovation. She states the best way to ensure understanding is through active construction of knowledge. In Sylvia's new book, Invent to Learn, we read that children are natural tinkerers, and that a teacher's job can go from educator to facilitator, inspiring students to build their knowledge in the way that the student sees fit. Scrabble Board 7. Bonnie Stewart reminded us to be aware of our own personal and professional online identities. Even though I don't change my identity to make a certain impression on social media sites, I need to be aware that my audience can view and make judgments based on my online activities. I have had Facebook for quite some time and use it to keep connected with family and friends. I also have Instagram and use it to share my own photos. While I keep my Facebook and Instagram private, I keep my Twitter open as I realize that others may see what my interests are by my posts and want to connect. Scrabble Board 8. Alan Levine taught us how to engage students in the art of digital storytelling. He introduced our class to tools such as Petchaflicker and Animoto and got us involved in the visualization and sharing of oral exchange. From here, we realized how we can connect digital storytelling to language arts and other outcomes found in the curriculum. Petchaflicker's site is absolutely amazing. After asking for a subject, it chooses 20 random photos from Flickr for students to respond to. This is a great way for them to get creative and practice storytelling in a variety of genres. Scrabble Board 9. Audrey Waters taught us about the marginalization of women online as well as the destructiveness of technology. Online harassment is real, and it takes a collective effort to prevent and respond to such negativity. Certainly every blogger, researcher, social media user, and teacher has a voice. And did I mention that every woman has a voice that deserves to be heard and be well respected in both the real and the online world? Scrabble Board 10. Finally, we cannot forget about the last session brought to you by Dr. Alec Kouros himself. Alec ended off the class by discussing the importance of using our digital identities to prepare students to live and learn in a connected world. How will we motivate them to learn and live in this time of technological change? So, how will you meet the needs of your learners so they can succeed this year and for many years to come? How do you plan to be a network teacher and learner so that you can use your digital identity to inspire change and make your own learning visible? This journey does not end with this class. In fact, this journey has just begun.